Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being live with Mr. Greeley, otherwise known as the Weekend Bass Guy. As you can see, I brought my beautiful bass guitar here, but tonight we're not going to talk about playing bass. We're going to talk more about philosophy because that's what this channel is all about. It's about playing bass and philosophy and somehow making that work. Now, you might have seen some of my poorly produced videos of me attempting to play the bass. But if you have not seen those videos, that's cool too. But tonight, like I said, we're going to talk more about philosophy and what that situation is, okay, in terms of philosophy about life is not getting likes on Facebook or social media, Instagram, or whatever. Because that situation, I think a lot of people are secretly ashamed of, but they don't want to talk about it for whatever reason. And that's what we're going to talk about in this particular video. So that said, what happens? You post something on Facebook, you post a picture, one of your rants, or a link to something. You want to share that joy that you feel about that post with the entire world. You want everybody to come along for the ride, whatever. So you post it. You pick up your phone and you're looking for that little, red bell up in the right hand corner. What happens? You don't see any likes. So you get disappointed. You put your phone down. You wait maybe a half hour, an hour or so, a couple hours, still no likes. You put your phone down. Wake up the next day, still no likes. Then you start getting disappointed for whatever reason. But you don't want to tell anybody about that because you're ashamed of it. But it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what we're here to talk about. So what do you do in that particular situation? Do you just simply accept it and move on? Because I know that there are a lot of people out there who just are not as deep and analytical as I am and some others, and they're cool with moving on with it. But if you're in the latter category, as I am and so many others, then you probably are looking for ways to approach the situation that's going to help you move forward and not keep you down. So that is this, okay? What I want you to do tonight, actually, okay, after you watch this video, if not, that's totally cool. But whenever you post it, you proofread it, you make sure it's not offensive, all that good stuff that you would normally do. But the difference is this: you post it, and then you put your phone down or you close up your laptop, and then you move on. And then what you do is say 3 sentences. Okay, listen carefully. Here are those 3 sentences. Number 1, it's not that important. Number 2, it could wait. And number 3, you'll never know the truth. Okay, it's not that important. It could wait, and you'll never know the truth. Okay, now let's unpack that. Let's talk about what each one of those means. Okay, number 1, it's not that important, guys. You know that whatever it is, unless it's an emergency or something like that, if it's something about daily life and things of that nature, it's probably not that important. And we know this. It's just we have trouble accepting that. Number 2, it could wait. Sometimes people generally did not see it for whatever reason. Maybe you posted it at an odd time of night. Facebook hasn't updated its algorithm and whatever. There are legitimate reasons for why people may not have seen your post. Okay. The next thing, the last one, is the most important, which is this: you'll never know the truth. What happens is you don't get those likes, and then you start getting disappointed, and then you start comparing yourself to, the guy who plays bass shows a picture of himself and gets like 2,000 likes, and then you're wondering why you're not as cool as that guy. And that's cool. I'm there all the time. I'm not ashamed of it because I'm here to try to help people get through that situation. And I think this technique is helping me. It may not work for you right away. It may not work for you at all. And if it does not, please feel free to trash it in the comments. I'm sure that there are other people approaching this topic as well. I'm just offering my own opinion or perspective on it based upon my life experience. So that said, what I want to do is close up this video with a very, very short history lesson, and I included some links about this topic in our video description. All right, so way back in the Middle Ages, those guys who painted those crazy, insane paintings or sculptures and things like that, they actually did not sign it as artists do today. You know how artists will sign their paintings in the bottom right hand corner or whatever, because that's their way of saying, like, hey man, this is me. I created that. I want to be recognized for it. Well, what happens when we post something today? It's the same situation. You post it and you're immediately looking for that approval, those likes, that feeling of validation. It's the same thing. However, back in the Middle Ages, it was different. It was actually cool not to get likes. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It was actually cool not to get likes. Okay, now let me explain what that means. When those guys made that artwork, it was not about themselves. It was about devoting that effort into the artwork to God, and that was enough. In other words, it wasn't about them. They didn't need the recognition. They don't think the way that we do now, and I understand technology's different, and that does make sense. But my point is this: we can use that tonight. So, for example, when you post whatever it is, again, these are the 3 sentences that I want you to remember. Okay, this is what I want you to say. Again, number 1, it's not that important. Number 2, it could wait. And number 3, you'll never know the truth. Because at the end of the day, guys, there is no proof that says anything like somebody's like, oh, that's weird or that sucks or whatever. You really don't know that for a fact. So that said, it actually is okay to just move forward and be okay with the fact that you don't know the truth. All right. So that said, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to that rant and being with me this evening. Everybody get home safe and be well with the world. Okay. Take care, guys.